Hey friends, happy 5-minute Friday. Give me just 1 second while I set that timer because I want to stay true to my message and my mission to bring you 5 minutes of little tidbits on profitability every single week. So this week I asked you the question, what is your capacity? So maybe a few things kind of key off in your mind when you're thinking about what is she talking about with capacity. So the biggest thing I want to look at here is number one, I want you to connect how many hours you have available on your schedule for patients to see you, how many patients you see per hour, and then also knowing another key and crucial number is in your practice, what is your average revenue generated per patient, okay? If you don't know how to calculate any of these, please reach out to me. We need to get on a strategy session and talk about your numbers and figure out some of these really simple calculations, okay? So again, capacity, I want to look at what is your generation potential, every week, month, year, etc. in your practice, and then we need to transpose that with what's actually happening in your business so that you can set some really clear objective goals. So I'm going to pop over to my spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets. They calm me down. I'm not kidding. So you can see here a little example that I have. So I've just come up with, again, this is a very simple little spreadsheet of capacity. So in this example, I have a massage therapist offering that works 20 hours per week. I've got Dr. H, who works 15 patient hours per week. This does not mean, total hours that the doctor's in the office. There could be extra admin time. There could be managerial type stuff. There could be CEO time, etc. I'm talking actual hours that revenue is being generated from direct patient care. Now let's say we've got Dr. Z here as well, who works 30 hours per week. And so we have to see how many of each of one of these generating providers, how many patients are they seeing per hour. So in this example, obviously, one massage therapist, one massage at a time. And for each one of the chiropractors that I have here sees 4 patients per hour. And then we want to look at that number, that key number that I told you a second ago. What is the collection of what actually comes through the door on each one of these? So for massage, if that's a cash service in your office, you should know that number right off the top of your head, as long as there aren't crazy packages or other discounts or whatever else it could be impacting that average number. And then again, for your chiropractors, again, if you're a cash practice, you should pretty well know what that average is. But if you're not, if your insurance payers are all over the place, we at least need to get some sort of an average so that we can come up with your capacity, okay? We can get way down further into the weeds of what's the average if a Blue Cross patient comes in? What's an average if an Aetna patient comes in? Blah, blah, blah. How many of those types do I have? That's a lot, okay? I've done it, okay? I've had a lot of spreadsheets in my day, but what I want to tell you is that we don't have to get that detailed to be able to come up with this number and hit some goals, okay? Make some goals, hit some goals. So if your week was 100% booked out, what does that mean for revenue generation for your practice? I want you to look at this number here, and I want you to set goals based on what that number is. And you should set goals on a weekly, if not monthly basis for the cash that's generated within your practice, okay? But then we want to get a little bit more realistic, right? Because real life happens. So in this example, I have 90% of the massage therapist schedule is scheduled out and only 65% of each of the DCs. And again, you can go in and you can edit these numbers. If you want this template, I'd be happy to send it to you. Just hit reply in the email. Maybe one DC is 90%, the other one's 50%. I don't know. Just the mix of patients, that's just how it happens, okay? So, this is a more realistic week. And so maybe you set your revenue goal for your week, 10,000, that's great to hit, but we want to see growth quarter over quarter, right? So then I have your annual here is a good number to look at, and then your annual realistic number, okay? So what came up when we were looking at these numbers for you? Are you thinking, I don't know what my average revenue per visit is, and on the flip side, I don't even know what my cost is, so is it actually costing me more to see some of those lower paying insurances? How's your schedule? Do you have a good grasp on how many patient hours you actually have available for patients to get on your schedule? And what is your capacity? How full is that, okay? So I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you have to see more patients or less patients or charge more or charge less. I just want you to be in tune with your numbers, and that's all what I am about. I'm about getting clarity in the Chiro numbers in your business so you can make better informed decisions. Have a great week, everybody.